How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here as we are reacting to the final episode of RWBY this decade. This is episode number 8 of volume 7 for RWBY, Cordially Invited. Yes, I don't believe there's going to be an episode of RWBY next week, so yeah, it's going to be tense because you just have a feeling that the RWBY are going to put us on some kind of cliffhanger, and especially with the fact that Ironwood and co have been invited to a dinner with Jacques, and dinners on a televised format never goes down well anyways. It should be very, very interesting to see how this is pulled off. So, yeah, because people have been speculating what can go wrong, because something's going to go wrong, surely. Especially with Jacques at the table. Yeah. Whether it's the Red Wedding, RWBY's take, I guess. I know a few people have been contemplating that could be utilised. Dramatics. Who knows? Who knows? I just know that this is not going to be a peaceful dinner, as James's position is going to be questioned, it seems. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that does go down. Last episode was pretty fun to see after the fallout of what happened in episode 6. It was pretty great to learn about a few people's semblances, especially Robin's, which might come into factor later on this volume, as well as the vault where the relic of creation is being stored. That's definitely going to come back in some capacity, especially if my grim theory, see what I did there? But no, it will be grim if it does happen. If you haven't checked it out, then I suggest you do, because I do go into a bit of detail about what could potentially happen. But all I will say is the theory that I did say regarding what would happen regarding the staff of creation, a few people have agreed, and yeah, I'm really nervous about how things are going to proceed for the future of this volume. So, yeah, I'm kind of nervous about what could happen in this episode, because like I said, dinners on a televised format, yeah, it never goes down well, does it? So with that said, let's jump into RWBY. This is episode number 8 for volume 7. Let's go. Go. New Year's resolution, learn the lyrics to this. I'm like 90% there, but like, I've been slacking because I've been preparing for 2020 and a few other things as well, but I'm doing you all a favour because I would be singing it anyway, so your ears are being safeguarded for now. But I just love the RWBY song, so open up your eyes. Get my coffee close to me.
Only my father would turn a hostile takeover into a fluffy PR move. On the news, he said he just wanted to break bread and hash things out. Maybe it won't be so
but
bad.
he's sugarcoating. He's going to be an ass at the party.
Up to these people, right?
Yeah, but on his terms. Ironwood's going to be locked in a room at his rival's own dinner party. I know Jacques says he's happy to moderate, but all that really means is he'll be the one controlling the conversation.
Basically, Ironwood's going to be a punching bag.
I still can't believe he won. Robin was supposed to be the people's champion, wasn't she? There's just too many coincidences.
You really think your dad might have something to do with Salem?
Go on, Weiss. Get in on this.
I think my father would do whatever it takes to win. And we should do the same. Meaning... Well, no one knows your dad better than you. And out of everyone going tonight, I'd say you're the only one who could snoop around the house and not be questioned.
Go on, Ruby.
If Jacques Schnee's up to something, I think we should know what it is.
And Weiss is our best bet. Good on Ruby for inquiring that idea. But I'm liking how Weiss is getting in on this. She knows something fishy's going on.
Suppose we should smile for the cameras?
Sir, with all due respect, you'd have to pay me.
Winter. I love her.
Good evening, everyone.
Where's Klein?
Yeah, where is
What
Klein?
an interesting way to say, hello, dear brother, how have you been? I'm afraid you won't find him here. He was let go.
Ah!
I can't imagine why.
Oh,
General, exactly
just
how
makes
large
me
do you think our
hate
dining room table
Jacques
is?
even further.
I happen to know it's enormous, but most of my guests will be on
Klein!
standby in case the council requests additional eyewitnesses. Until then, I'm sure they'll be happily celebrating your father's victory.
What a shitty grin, though. I'm sad for Klein. He
For
got
those
let
of you
go.
joining us in the dining room, please follow me.
Wish us luck.
I mean, they already invited you, didn't they?
Damn it! Damn it! I'm being roped into the Lucky Charms
Care
ship.
for a drink,
Stop flirting.
No thanks. I think I'll just stick to patrolling the grounds.
Oh man, I really love seeing how Crow has
Words
changed.
out of my mouth.
Right, well, don't wander off, don't break anything, and be ready in case the general calls on you.
Hors d'oeuvres?
Let's see them out of house and home. Counterpoint, how about we do wander off, consider breaking things, and then all that other stuff.
I'll be in touch.
Yang mood.
Dear sister,
Uh-oh.
I was hoping we could use this time to catch up.
Oh,
I have to know. Why did you go through so much trouble to leave home, only to come crawling back?
Let's yeet him. He's being a
This
distraction.
might be a problem.
General Ironwood, please,
Uh-oh.
have a seat.
Councilman Sleet. Councilwoman Camilla.
Councilwoman Hill would have had a nice ring to it.
It would
Though
have.
I suppose I should just
Better
be
than
grateful I got invited
Councilman
to the table.
Schnee.
Miss Hill, that vigor of yours is precisely why we're grateful to have you with us tonight.
What is she doing here?
What we're all doing here, James, addressing the concerns of our kingdom. Which means we have much to discuss.
Indeed. I was hoping we could start by...
Are we safe with her here, by the way? I
Oh,
do recall
boy.
some confusion regarding her involvement
So what's gonna
in
hack
that
her?
horrific massacre.
As the official report stated, that footage was doctored. Penny is completely under my control.
Which is concerning, I think.
Concerning?
Let's talk
Because-
about exactly what it is you control.
There we go. Because your control is questionable to these
Why won't this kid buzz off?
people.
we need to do something.
Yang
What
a
was that
mood.
earlier about breaking things?
Everyone's a mood. Nora. Everyone.
Well, Whitley, I'm sure the company is lucky to have you. But if you'll pardon me...
And where exactly is it that you're going?
Oh boy.
Messy food coming through!
Right,
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Maybe.
Care for a drink?
Don't mind if I do.
This is gonna be fun. Oh!
No, look out!
I'm going to go get some more.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! perfect.
If you'll excuse me.
Oh, that was beautiful from Junior. That was beautiful.
The fact of the matter is, you've operated with a fair amount of autonomy for the past few years, James. But what we need now is for you to work with us.
Sir, I have...
It's obvious that no kingdom intends to declare war on Atlas. We had no involvement in the incident at Haven. We have proof our drones weren't acting on orders at Beacon. At this point, the closure of Atlas borders is only serving to hurt our relations with the rest of the world.
The rest of the world? It's hurting us. The people of Atlas are suffering, and they want to know why.
Quite right, Miss Hill. And I'm afraid there's more than just your choices that have brought harm to our citizens as of late. Have your forces found any additional evidence as to who is slaughtering innocent civilians down in Mantle?
That is an ongoing investigation. The details of which are classified.
I hate him because
I'm afraid of the ever-growing
surely
list
has
of
a feeling.
classified information you seem to be keeping. I asked our fellow councilman here to shed some light on your Amity Coliseum project, and as it turns out, they know about as much as I do.
Even you don't know?
The Amity project will help with all of the issues you presented. But you have to understand that discretion is a top priority at this time.
Are you saying you don't trust us?
You can't just buy trust like everything else. You have to earn it.
Oh, Winter! Winter!
I couldn't have said it better myself.
She's played it in
General,
his...
if
Oh,
I may
no!
be blunt, you have spent what little trust this council had left in you. The hacker who turned Atlas drones against us was never captured. Whoever's been murdering your critics is still at large. How are we supposed to give you our trust when you've given us nothing as of late?
That's not what...
Winter.
You've played it right into your father's hands. I mean...
Excuse me.
These points are going to be raging to the... Like, the community would agree. That's the thing. Oh boy, but... I mean, he was pissing her off, so...
Miss Schnee? Is everything okay?
I'm fine, thank you. Keep up the great work.
Hello, darling.
Is this...
Are you okay?
Mama Schnee? Ooh! Ooh!
I'll be fine.
Yes!
I just
finally!
let my emotions get the better of me.
What do you mean?
You wouldn't understand.
Oh. Right.
No. What I mean is, this place holds a lot of memories for me specifically. I thought I was in control, but you heard me. I sounded like a petulant child.
I thought you sounded
Patients
fine.
were wearing
you
thin,
were just
Winter.
speaking from your heart.
And that is precisely the problem. I should have just stayed in line.
You're only
I
human.
guess you're right. I don't understand.
I'd say you're only human, and Penny, but...
I'm sorry I couldn't come down for your party.
She's okay to have a short
afraid
fuse.
I'm not feeling well.
It's okay, Mom. It's fine.
Hello, Mama Schnee!
What are you doing in your father's office?
Just looking for something I left.
That's right, you left.
Oh, man.
You left.
I need to use Father's computer.
Why?
Because I think he may have done something. Something wrong.
I thought we all simply assumed that at this point.
Yes, well, some of us are trying to do something about it.
Oh, ah. Oh, that shot though. Holy.
He started locking his home
balls.
computer. But he still has blind spots.
She's helping her daughter.
You put a camera in here?
I put them in every room of this house. For our safety, in case I ever need... You haven't come back to stay, have you?
No.
Good.
Oh my god, this is heartbreaking. This...
A man came by. I'm afraid your father may be involved in something more dangerous than he realizes.
Probably.
No matter what happens, Weiss, please don't forget about your brother.
Whitley wants nothing to do with me.
Of course not. You left him alone. With us.
Oh.
Who are you?
That's a stake in that heart. He's the Green Arrow. What's... Oh, hell no. Did he just turn off the heating? Oh, shh. Oh, that's not gonna be good.
Hey, Mom! It's snowing!
I mean, this is a Christmas miracle. But he's just he's just turned off. Willow, it was her name. Willow, awesome. Because I know a lot of people, I don't think it was confirmed. So yeah, but he's just turned off the heating for all of Mantle. He's, oh my, people are gonna die. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, if it's not Atlas crushing... I mean, this might... No. I mean, I don't know what's... I mean, being crushed is absolutely terrifying. But... he is... What is a son of a bitch? What a son of a bitch. What a son of a bitch. No. That is messed up. That is seriously messed up. Because a lot of people are going to be freezing to death, literally. He's going for a humongous kill count here. Yeah, but damn, that I mean, admittedly, I thought that was a bit of a weaker episode than you would, I guess you would usually have for RWBY this volume, but there's still packed a lot of emotion, especially from Willow, who we finally got to see for the first time, and yeah, I did really love how they did sprinkle in how much abuse has impacted the Schnee family from Whitley as well. Like he has shown he's gotten layers then rather than just being shitly and all of that. Because Willow even said you left him alone to us. Which Willow thinks she's beyond saving, and Jacques, well, there's no painting the like, you obviously know he's an abusive shit feces. I mean, that's basically 2 and 1, but whatever. I will name him any kind of profanity because he's a piece of shit. He always will be, and there is nothing he can say or do that will make me remove that statement from him. But it's just heartbreaking to see how much influence that Jacques has had on, like, how depressing things have gotten because of Jacques. Like, he's created this depressing aura around everyone in the Schnee family name, even Winter. Like, she lashed out about trust and how she has a lack of it towards Jacques because of who he is, the type of person he is. So I really liked the fact that this episode was did focus on individual Schnee members and how they've been affected by Jacques. It was a slow episode, but like I said, I thought it was really good, touching up, like, not just introducing Willow, but also touching up about how evil Jacques is because of the snideness he makes to James, which you can understand, like, I guess from an outside viewpoint, that all these bad things are happening and leadership does come into question, but Jacques is, like, if he were to take James's place, for example, he would not be any better. So, yeah, and since he gladly signed, I guess, his will to the devil, and I say that because Willow threw some death flags for Jacques by saying that this could backfire on him really significantly, and I think there's a lot of people that think that Jacques is going to have a bit of a bad ending when this is all said and done. So yeah, but yeah, he would he is definitely, like, we would all encourage James over Jacques. Yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought of where I was going there, but no, I was going to say that it was very, very heartbreaking, just like I said, just to see how everyone's been affected, especially Willow. I think that was the biggest focus because this was her introduction. So yeah, whereas there was tiny, like, references made about how everyone's been affected by Jacques with Whitley, which is kind of a bit heartbreaking that I went towards. But if it's any consolation, he does suit, like, the pink hair, so I don't know, maybe he should see about getting it dyed or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. He does, though. I'm not even kidding. He does. But yeah, like, we got little references, like Winter, for example. She lashed out at that moment, which was fuel to Jacques' fire towards James. So that did not help matters whatsoever. But like I said, like, Winter letting her emotions get the best of her is only human, which there is some irony in her venting about her issues about being human, basically. Like, she talks about the fact that I should have stayed in line, but there's a limit that she can only take until she just decides to lash out with how conniving and deceitful her father is. So yeah. But I feel so bad for Penny, though, because of the fact that it all goes back to that restriction when Winter said you wouldn't understand. And it all goes back to that. It's kind of heartbreaking. Just, like, this is the thing. We're all happy and dandy with Penny's return back in episode 1. And ever since then, there's been this heartbreaking tale with how restrictive she feels back in episode 5, and then of course episode 6 happened, and we are seeing the fallout of that emotionally for Penny, and then she has this talk. So it is pretty heartbreaking, and I hope nothing bad does come for Penny, by the end of this volume, but yeah, it is pretty heartbreaking. Whitley only has Jacques to look up to, so Jacques is molding Whitley into the father's son, so yeah. And Willow giving that hope to Weiss, saying he can still basically be saved. Don't forget about your brother. So, yeah, but Willow was, like I said, the big focal point in terms of the damage done by Jacques, because it was her introduction, and we got to see how she's lost hope. Like, I thought that was a very, very well done and heartbreaking shot when we got to see that first person's perspective from Willow when she was drinking out the bottle, and then seeing Weiss's reaction. That was pretty impactful. And I think the RWBY did a very, very good job at touching up on the theme of abuse, because it was impactful. Like, as someone who's been in an abusive relationship before, like, to feel that weakness and hopelessness and kind of hoping for like some way out of this nightmare, it's just pretty crushing. Like, you hear Willow talk about the fact that she has to put up cameras because she's scared, and she wants to capture Jacques lashing out just in case that does happen. So, and like I said, well, I don't know if I said this, but I think I did say this. I'm not so sure if this was in the Boopcast or that I did, or for episode 4, or if it was for episode 4 itself. But Jacques has this thing where he basically wants to rule the world, and that will include basically having control over Willow as well as the entire family, as well as everyone else. So hence why there's that scary prospect of Jacques replacing Ironwood, because he wants to rule over everything. He wants to basically pull the strings on everyone, because he's all about control. And sadly, that's the thing that's happening with Willow. He has this control over Willow, because he's very, very abusive. You can see how damaged Willow is. Like when Willow talked about putting the cameras, she broke down there, and it was pretty crushing, because if you're partnered with someone, you should not have to feel that fear. You should not have to be sad and scared that you have to put cameras all around the house because you think that you're going to get smacked by your partner. It's a nightmarish prospect to go through. I will say though, I felt a bit like a kick in the gut when she did guilt trip Weiss, but she does care about Weiss at the same time, because she said, "It's great that you didn't come to stay." That's something you would hear in an abusive household. She wants Weiss to be safe. She knows that Weiss was able to escape the one time around. She can do it again, and she doesn't want her to stay around. Whereas she feels hopeless, and I'm guessing like drinking has become her medication to survive this. So it's pretty heartbreaking just to see how broken Willow is. Like, yeah, I mean, it is pretty heartbreaking. She does obviously care, but she feels hopeless. She doesn't feel like she has a choice at the end of the day. That's the heartbreaking thing. But I really do like the fact that she's trying to help Weiss out, because she's also fearing that your father's not going to be, like, your father's going to be dead by the end of this volume. So, yeah, because I think that's going to happen. So, yeah. But yeah, it is awful that that Willow is so afraid. Because that should not happen. But some people are just right dickbags. And, that's Jacques at the end of the day. I did like the fact that we had Crow. I'm really loving this touch about Crow and his struggles with alcohol. Like, he's given up, and they've made a few comments, and that was staring him in the face, and he it's testing him, and it's not it's not easy for him. But I really love how we're focusing on his development. But I'm really hating the fact that they are trying to tease me with the Lucky Charm ship, because I still think there's something going on with Clover. And that was flirting. I don't give a shit. Like, that was flirting when there was like, oh, good luck. Oh, they have you. They, like Crow said, they have you. That was, don't care. I do not care. But it's heartbreaking because I mean, I'm hoping I'm wrong about Clover being. My hunch is that Clover could be a traitor, but like I said, it's one of those cases that we'll have to see. Yeah, I'm surprised that I'm kind of surprised that nothing big happened at the dinner party itself. Just like at the dinner with Jacques itself, it was just pointing out, like, how can we trust you? It's just digging James's grave even further in terms of this leadership, because now there's the prospect about, oh, Amity Tower, not talking about that, are you? And all these incidents, like I said, from an outside perspective, you do question these things that are happening and how James is the person to look towards, and that we're left hanging on the edge. There's nothing that he is doing about it to justify it, like especially with the Colosseum. But nobody knows about why the purpose of the Colosseum and all that jazz. Robin does know a bit more about the Colosseum because of Bumblebee, but she doesn't know every single detail, does she? So, yeah. Weiss is getting closer as well. Like, these last few episodes, she's been like, okay, something's odd. Something odd's going on here, and yeah, she is now on the edge of finding out because she thinks that something is going on, and now she knows that she's been talking to Watts, though she doesn't know who Watts is. But someone's going to point it out, and jigs up for dear old Jacques. So yeah, that's going to be pretty fun. And now, speaking of Watts, what a dickhead! Wow. So that's going to be pretty scary. Like, we're going to have to wait to see the ramifications of what he's just done. So yeah. I really loved the scene where you had to dispatch Whitley. It was so comical. Just, like, from the get-go, from when they were about to initiate on the plan, like, you saw Nora going like, yes, let's cause some chaos. And then just seeing Jean, Nora, and Ren just go to town was just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it was just... But like I said, Whitley, he suits the pink hair, so... yeah, weighing some options there. I just realised everyone but Jacques has the W to begin there. I don't know why it's taking me that long to... But then again, I guess Willow was confirmed for this episode, whereas I think that was rumoured. I'm not so sure, but that, like, the subject of Weiss's mother has not been... like, it's been talked about before. And I think people referred to her as Willow. But yeah, I think this was confirmation in this episode. But yeah, this was a bit of a slower episode. But it was still very great going inside to how Jacques has damaged the Schnee family, because you see these individual cracks in, like, these characters. Winter with the trust issues. Whitley is being molded. Willow, she's feeling hopeless, and she fears for him, for what he will do to her. And I really loved going into this. So this was, it was still pretty enjoyable, don't get me wrong, but admittedly, compared to what we've had, it was probably one of the weaker episodes, but there was still some very interesting bits to come up upon. I also got to say, the banter between Winter and Ironwood was pretty great before the party. Like, are you going to smile for the cameras? You'll have to pay me to do that. That was really, really beautiful stuff. But yeah, that was this week's episode of RWBY, and I have to wait 2 weeks until the next one. But I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Beats channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!